Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately.
You know what's crazy? I never saw Biggie smile until after he died. Put him in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took all their publishing and raped them. Like, damn.
The new rappers used to come there and showcase their stuff on Monday night. Puff used to do that, Daddy's house at the building. Then he used to do the party on Wednesday at the Red Zone.
About 91, 92?
Say, I've been in one situation where I've seen some crazy stuff.
In April 2021, rapper Earl Simmons, who was widely known by his stage name DMX, passed away a week after suffering a heart attack in White Plains Hospital in New York. His career spanned over 2 decades, but was plagued by legal troubles, tabloid coverage, and struggles with substance addiction. Despite this, he was a phenomenal artist whose emotional style and cultural impact transcended his core audience, making him one of the most popular hardcore rappers to achieve mainstream success. In one of his earlier interviews, DMX shared a sad memory of meeting the late Biggie Smalls, a meeting that was later tied to a confession made by the hypnotized hitmaker. However, DMX's passing has also brought to light negative comments he made about Diddy and how the late Biggie was mistreated by him. Stay tuned for more details.
They were happy about getting signed first, and they were on the Benjamins and shit was going. But then he made him jiggy and put him in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took all their publishing and raped them.
Hip-hop began to take on a commercialized and globalized form in the mid-1990s. However, DMX's emergence provided a stark contrast to the polished and high-budget rap that was popular during that period. In addition, he helped revive the East Coast sound and served as a model for Jay-Z's eventual commercial success. Furthermore, DMX's acting career also took off, and he became a prominent figure in movies such as Belly, Romeo Must Die, and Exit Wounds. But it is his music that has left the most significant impact, featuring a potent mix of tough machismo and raw emotional honesty that resonated with audiences worldwide. Moreover, Biggie Smalls confided in DMX about an incident in which Puff Daddy, who was not yet known as Diddy or Love, sexually assaulted him. In an interview before the release of his 2012 album Undisputed, DMX reflected on his days as an unsigned artist and shared a story about almost securing a record deal with Bad Boy Records, only to be passed over in favor of the Lox. "You know, the Lox got signed before I did. They were a safer group," said DMX. Puff signed them, and you know it was a blessing and a curse because they were happy they got signed and they were on the Benjamins. But then Diddy made them jiggy and put them in suits and made them write lyrics for him and took their publishing and raped them. DMX shared that he met with Diddy through Damien D. Rock Butler, but Diddy decided not to sign him because he didn't think DMX was marketable. However, some critics now speculate that Diddy passed on DMX because he didn't find him attractive enough to fulfill his sexual desires, as it later became apparent that Diddy had a preference for men. "The thing I respect about Puff was that he told me to my face, he said, his voice is too rough, he's not marketable. You got to respect that." In the same interview, DMX expressed his admiration for Biggie and how the late rapper taught him to appreciate a good smile. Interestingly, Biggie reportedly confided in DMX about being sexually assaulted by Diddy during a meeting. Several individuals close to the two rappers have alleged that Diddy mistreated Biggie, possibly one of his best musicians, so there may be some truth to these claims. Meanwhile, rapper and former Bad Boy artist Mace released a new song titled Oracle 2, Standing on Bodies, in which he openly criticizes his former employer and colleague, Sean Diddy Combs, for his cruel treatment of Biggie Smalls both before and after his murder. In his latest release, Mace uses a mid-tempo beat with horns at 808 seconds to criticize Diddy's character. He accuses him of unethical business practices and not providing sufficient support to artists previously associated with Bad Boy Records. "I'm the ghost of Shine. I speak for every artist never spoke their mind, representing every artist that was left behind. From Craig Mack to G-Dep, I still remember them kids trampled. For every producer you ever stole their sample," he raps, touching on the notorious City College tragedy from 1991, where 9 spectators were crushed during a celebrity basketball match Diddy was sponsoring. In a new song, Mace allegedly accused Diddy of taking advantage of the late notorious B.I.G. "I'm not hating on your Billy Worth. Right now, I'm only saying what you really work. You ain't no architect, you just a nigga who know how to market death." He raps. Biggie was at the peak of his music career on March 9, 1997, when he was killed in a drive-by shooting in Los Angeles, just weeks before his album Life After Death was set to be released. Mace, who was a close friend and label partner of Biggie, has been publicly at odds with Diddy since 2020, when he accused him of using questionable and very unfair business practices on Instagram. These claims resurfaced after Diddy's emotional speech at Clive Davis' pre-Grammy dinner, in which he declared that he was now for the artist.
Gifts work. Gifts work. He took the watch, they didn't press charges, and we best friends to this day.
Mace asserted that despite Diddy tarnishing his image, he must maintain a cheerful facade and fulfill his performance obligations for the audience's enjoyment. This aligns with DMX's commentary on Diddy's management of Biggie, where he would mistreat his associates in private but demand a pleasant demeanor in public settings. For example, "You still got my publishing from 24 years ago in which you gave me $20,000, which makes me never want to work with you as any artist wouldn't after you know someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model," Mace lamented. In 2021, long-standing accusations of Diddy exploiting his musicians resurfaced after he penned an open letter decrying the underfunding of black media by corporate America. To make matters worse, rumors have circulated that the founder of Bad Boy Records coerces sexual favors from all his employees, including Biggie. Following Mace's public criticism of Diddy, Q Parker from the R&B ensemble 112 spoke out against the Bad Boy CEO. Q Parker revealed that he faced similar contract terms as Mace and alleged that Diddy was attempting to terminate his agreement as well. "If you're gonna be the face of this black excellence, there are some actions that I'm gonna challenge you to make. It's a lot of things out here that you can make right with a lot of people who contributed to your wealth," he said at the time. 50 Cent, in addition to DMX and Mace, is a prominent figure in the industry who has repeatedly accused Diddy of financial and sexual exploitation of his artists. Uncle Fif was particularly affected by Biggie's mistreatment, given the high esteem he held for the late rapper. Regarding Mace, 50 Cent previously alleged that Diddy's demand for a $2 million payout prevented the artist from leaving his Bad Boy contract in 2005 to join G-Unit Records, with 50 Cent only willing to pay $1 million. In 2009, Mace managed to secure a one-year hiatus from his contract after interrupting Diddy's interview with Atlanta's V103. Diddy signed his contract on camera when Mace presented it to him. Now, he is putting the same kind of public pressure to regain his publishing after permanently leaving the label in 2012. "I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing," he said on Instagram. "Your response was, if I can match what the European guy offer him, that would be the only way I can get it back," the rapper said. Mace is not the only rapper to feel remorseful about their time with Bad Boy Records. Biggie's mother claims that he was too young to comprehend that Diddy was manipulating and exploiting him. The Lox trio of Jadakiss, Styles P, and Chic Louch launched the Free the Lox campaign in 1999 in an effort to break free from their Bad Boy contract. The group believed that Diddy's focus on chart-topping singles and flashy visuals did not align with their brand and desired to join the more challenging Rough Riders label, home to DMX. While Diddy eventually released them from their contract, he retained half of their song publishing, maintaining his influence over them. The person who manages an artist's publishing earns money when their music is used in commercial endeavors such as films, television shows, and video games. In 2005, the unresolved issue over publishing sparked a heated argument between Diddy and Styles P on New York's Hot 97. Styles accused Diddy of retaining half of their publishing company a decade after recording Money Power and Respect and challenged him to justify his claim. "You had a number of performers whose careers never went right with you," he added. Therefore, the evidence suggests that Diddy is a financial and sexual predator, as attested by many artists who have worked with him. That's all we have to say for now. Until next time, bye.